Olá, amigos e amigas, eu sou Flávio Boni. Hoje é começo de janeiro, 12 de janeiro de 2026, primeira vez que eu venho ao Chile e estou visitando a minha primeira vinícola aqui no Chile. Eu estou no Vale de Casablanca, acho que a cidade aqui chama Casablanca, e essa vinícola chama Casa del Bosque. Aqui é a entrada da vinícola. É uma das melhores aqui dessa região, desse vale. Daqui a pouco eu vou dar os nomes. É uma vinícola bem chique, viu? Eu vou fazer uma degustação aqui e um tour, né, uma volta aqui com explicações. Eles vão falar sobre a história da vinícola. Eles ganharam esse prêmio World's Best Vineyard por 5 anos. Né? Isso aqui é a entrada. Tem uma linha Botânicos, Botanic Series. Tem um restaurante lá, Tanino, restaurante chique. Uma vinícola bem... Você pode dar um rolê de bicicleta também, igual na vinícola Góis, lá no estado de São Paulo.
So you can touch, actually, you can touch it, okay? So for the Casablanca, which is here, a little darker, the fresh quality is up there from the hill. So actually, the hill also we use that to, make the icon of the dessert, which is a trompa, right? So we have with two different. One is a trompa, Chiron Malbec Pinot, and the other is a Cabernet Sauvignon, guys. It's the most smooth Cab Probably you can try more, production from outside. Now the Lo Vasquez is up there, the hill, Chapiwi in front of us. So now, guys, I would like you to see the vines. So the roots, you can see them very, easily. Why? So means they're not stressed looking for water on the ground, right? That's why. Because thanks to the meteorology system, we know exactly when they need to be irrigated. All right? And then for the red, remember, we take the best quality fruit directly to the still. We leave it there for 30 days, and then we add the negative piece. We inoculate this, but we need to push the skin because for the gravity, the juice gravity take the skin to the top, and we use a special tool to press this and push it, carefully, slowly down. Why? Because we are looking for everything must be, mixed, like reach more colors from skin, all right, and complexity, tannins from the skin and from seed, all right? And then we check that one to different containers, like small barrels, like 225 liters capacity, or the 500 or the concrete egg, for example, okay? So, and then they ferment 25 to 28 days, right? The skin from the white and from the red, we compose that and we take more from the raisin state of fruit, and we take that back to the herb and it post harvest. Okay, so which is fantastic. All right. Let's continue. Small, right? So small parcel. So here we produce the white and the red. So for example, the Sauvignon Blanc ferment here, the fruit ferment here, and then we take the wine to different barrels. The second and the third use, and the process is for 6 months. Okay, so aging for 6 months. And that kind of Sauvignon Blanc comes from the oldest vineyards from 1993, when Juan Cunio found this place. And then the Chardonnay is kind of different because the Chardonnay from in here, and then we take the Chardonnay wine to that barrel, the 225 liters capacity, but with the fine leaves. I'll show you something else over here. The leaves must be around, okay? So, and then in this container, we have the second fermentation, which is the malolactic fermentation. As I said before, the malolactic produces the acidity in the wine. It's more, stable wine and more round, okay? And the alcoholic fermentation, the malolactic, give us that kind of notes like lactic notes in Chardonnay. You know, right? The yogurt, the butter, and creamy and very, density wine. Okay. So the aging here for the small parts of Chardonnay, which is a premium top of the line, is going to be for 10 months. All right. For the Pinot Noir Shiraz, they go to age in a new French oak barrel from 12 to 14 months, so very complexity. Okay, so here we produce also the Trompa. The Trompa, do you remember Shiraz Malbec Pinot Noir? So the Trompa, the 30% of the wine go to age in a new French oak barrels for 18 months, and then the 40 to age in a second and the third French oak barrels, and the 30%, for example, the Shiraz and Malbec go to the concrete. Okay, so that shape gives us a amazing fermentation because we have more contact between seed, skin and moisture. So the final result will be able to achieve more color and tannin and more complexity.
Essa aqui é a cave da Vinícola Casas del Bosque.
Sophisticated wine like Trompa, Grand Bosque, or the Pela. Also, we use that barrel just 5 times, okay? And then we can sell to different business like to age bourbon or pisco. Or they build special bars with the barrel. Have you seen them? They're so pretty.
We have them as planters outside our house.
Yeah. Oh, a
Like
living room like sofa. They're very, special. For that kind of barrel, the bigger one, we call it foudre. The foudre, those are bigger ones than the barrels, so those are 2,000 or 5,000 capacity, okay? And we age different lines like Grand Reserve, which is a oaky but not too much oaky, but more fruity. So the personality of the one is going to be more fruity and aromatic in that kind of barrel. And we have the second fermentation, which is a malolactic. The factory name is a Torneria Nacional, so they built a barrel for us. The barrel contains French oak, American oak, and Europe oak. So the final result, Asian wine, is just fantastic. All right, very very nice. So those cost around 690 euros or 950 euros. The French one costs more than 1,000. Okay.
Essa é a sala que a gente vai fazer degustação especial. Super interessante.
Keep it in your mouth and move your wine using your tongue and move it in different directions, okay? And then you can try. Means the second sip you'll be able to describe your wine, which is a dry, it's a sweet, fruity, aromatic, nose. Okay, my dears, let's practice. Okay. This is right. Aromas that you will find, those are very juicy. So, green apple, for example, grapefruit, the grass notes, minerally, from stones, from rocks. Okay. That sensation, the astringency comes from the tannin of this wine, okay? So the dryness. Perfect. There we go. Very deep, very intense red color. It's like a ruby red, right? Enjoy it. It's amazing Shiraz. Thank you. Of course.
É uma vinícola muito interessante. Eles se classificam como uma vinícola pequena, assim, mas eu acho que é pequena por padrões do Chile. É uma vinícola que pode engarrafar 2.500 garrafas por hora. Vinícola muito boa. Eles têm vinhedos que são... A colheita é feita por máquina nas áreas mais planas. Tem uma parte aqui que é de colina e daí eles fazem colheita manual e aí são linhas, obviamente, de vinhos um pouco mais especiais. Aqui estou terminando a minha primeira visita numa vinícola em 2026 no Chile. Eu estou começando o ano aqui no Chile, gente. Tá bom? Flávio Boni, enviado internacional no Chile.
B.O is appellation such as Bosque. So, Casa del Bosque. This is a traditional one, which is a champenois. This is 60% Chardonnay and 40% Pinot Noir, and we have the second fermentation in a barrel with the yeast for 18 months. Okay, beautiful. So the notes are, green apple, yeast, okay, and toasted bread. Okay, so this is very elegant. This is the olive that we produce here. And I think around Chile, this is the best. This is not marketing because I love it.
Gracias.
Right, and so like we do this a lot, and we put this trip through a travel agent. Usually I call him and be like, okay, based on where you are and what, this is what I want.
Gente, é uma vinícola muito legal. Eu acabei pegando esse... Vocês estão vendo aqui, onde minha mão tá aqui. É um espumante de Pinot Noir muito bom. Eu adorei. Eles têm um Pinot Noir também vermelhinho, né? Um tranquilo. Peguei uma garrafinha. É uma vinícola muito boa. Eles têm práticas sustentáveis. Alguns vinhedos são orgânicos e uvas colhidas à mão. Super legal. Parabéns ao pessoal do Chile, daqui dessa região, do lado de Viña del Mar, ok? Em Casablanca, um filme muito bonito também, né? Tá bom, gente? Olha, eu vou terminando aqui, eu tô com a Daniela. Muitas gracias, Daniela.
Thank you so much, all of
E-
you. Thank you. I appreciate you come to visit the Casas del Bosque today.
Gracias. Bye, bye.
Gracias. Bye bye. This is fantastic. Oh, yes.